Peace, y'all. It's your brother Ashe SJ. Man, I'm so excited right now. I'm in a wonderful temple. I'm here with Priestess Yendys. How you doing, Quay?
I'm so good. I'm so good. Greetings.
Man, I'm so grateful right now. Honestly, I mean, your space is amazing.
Thank
and
you.
I hear that you have some very powerful events that you're about to start having in here, right?
Yes. I started something in December called Our Health is Our Sanctuary. And so that encompasses a lot. We've actually had somebody here do guided meditation.
Wow.
And we had someone do a sound bath.
Okay.
And so I want to keep it going. And this Sunday, and some Sundays in the month, I'd like to offer one of my most favorite plant workshops.
Wow.
Plant workshops are about nurturing. So that is health is our sanctuary. Taking care of plants is taking care of yourself too.
That's right. You ain't lying. I love plants. I'm a plant dad myself.
Oh, good.
But I'm very excited because there's always been things that I wanted to learn, things that I don't really know about plants. So I hear that you're going to tell the whole process of things, and specifically this workshop that you're giving is going to be based around spring and the seasons. Right?
Yes, and also Women's History Month.
Oh, yes.
And that being nurturing. Right. Women are nurturers, but men can be nurturers too. Like you just said, you're a plant dad as well. So the plants are waking up. Mother Nature's waking up. It's our new year. March 20th, the spring equinox, that's actually the new year because life is coming back to the planet. So naturally, these plants that have went dormant, that went to sleep during the winter, where some people may think that the plant died or something, and they threw it out, because that happened to me too. And I went and took the plant out the garbage because the plant was like, I'm not dead, I'm sleeping.
Right.
And now the plant is here. I'll show folks when they come in. The plant is thriving.
Wow.
I took it out and I nurtured it. So for spring, I'm going to be teaching for this workshop. I want to teach about repotting your plants. I wanted to talk to you about the root system. If something is going on with the leaves of the plant, that there's something going on with the roots, and that's where we go to. Always go inside, go to the root.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's a metaphor right there as well, because when you're taking care of your plants and you see your plants are shining and living, that means that you're doing something internally right as well. And we are cellular beings, we're plants ourselves.
Exactly.
So learning, I feel like it's a form of therapy for me. And also, if you take care of your plant, then you're in turn going to take care of yourself, your insides and things of that nature. So can you tell the people about, I know this is spring, everybody is excited for plants, flowers to blossom, the weather is turning up and things of that nature. What can people expect when they actually come to this event besides just being in the plant element and things of that nature? Because I know that this really is a portal.
Right.
This space that you have, Ancient Blends. Please make sure y'all follow Ancient Blends on Instagram. Is that how you spell it?
Ancient Blends Apothecary.
Ancient Blends Apothecary on Instagram. Please
Yes.
make sure y'all follow. This is it's a temple.
Yes.
And Priestess have had so many powerful events in here, but this plant one is going to be very special. So tell us the importance of this space, having this space, being that obviously it is Women's History Month. We are on Black Girl Magic Street, here on Tompkins Avenue in Bed-Stuy. What's the importance of that, of having this space here and doing all these powerful events?
Well, I'm going to go back to your first question, being about what else they're going to learn about the plants. They're going to learn about some feng shui, placement of the plants in your home, what plants to get to purchase for the lighting that you have in your home. That's very, very important.
Wow.
And maybe how to make more plants out of the plants that you already have if you don't want to keep purchasing plants. I'm going to teach you something about propagation, how to create more plants, how to grow plants in water. So it's a lot in 2 hours, and I'm here to answer questions. You can also maybe bring in your plants at different times, not during the workshop. You can set an appointment. Because I service the plants, I can repot for you. I offer that as a service. And what else you get here at Ancient Blends Apothecary? It is a portal of healing energy. My plant-based products they have been household names for the last 3 decades. You got your hair care, skin care, body care, beard care, a little something. Lock care, things for your locks, and it's all here. I'm also a holistic health practitioner, a natural hair care professional for all these years. So there is a lot here. It's basically one-stop shopping. One-stop shopping.
That's amazing. I mean, I know the energy is right. Every time I come in here, so many people just pass by and they just they don't know what it is, but the energy, I don't know if it's the ancestors or what, it's just good vibes. People just are intrigued.
I've witnessed it more than once where it looked like somebody was thrown in here. Yeah, somebody was walking by, and the way they approached the door and the way they opened the door, we had to put that stopper right there because they would push the door so hard to come in. It was like a force was telling them that they needed to be here, and it helped them, and it just like pushed them in here. And I'm like, whoa, okay, I've seen that happen before.
Wow.
And basically what has happened, like I was inspired to suggest something for them, maybe the tea to clean their liver and their bloodstream.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, something for their skin.
I need
maybe
some of that.
a plant. There was something here for them. That's why they came in.
That's amazing. So tell the people as well. Well, once again, let the people know the address, the date, the time.
Okay.
What's the energy exchange? Let the people know the details.
So we're gonna kick it off this Sunday, the first workshop, and we'll go from there. Me and Ashe will figure out what Sundays this is gonna be, and we'll let you know ahead of time. I'll always post in my stories. I'll always post on my page. So the energy exchange, which you're gonna receive, I'm asking $25.
Okay.
2 + 5 is 7.
Oh,
the number
I
of
like
spirit.
that.
Always
I like
doing
that.
the numerology. But guess what?
There we
The
go.
number of the Angel Blends Apothecary, it's also it's a number 6. It's the place of healing.
Wow.
You know, it's the number of the healed and the healer as well. You know, so it's gonna be sharp 10 o'clock a.m. Sunday morning. This Sunday, 10 a.m. sharp. I'll have the place set up. You come in, and we'll let Spirit guide as to, you know, how we go through it. It's going to be propagation. It's going to be repotting. It's going to be feng shui. What plants to bring in for the space and the lighting that you have as well.
That's beautiful. So now I also hear that besides the beautiful, amazing plants that we see in here, you own like how many plants? You have a lot of plants. Right?
Ooh. I have a featured film, a video on YouTube. It's on a channel called Plant One On Me,
Wow.
and it features my over 500 plants in my apartment upstairs. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
Wait, 500 plants.
It's really more than that.
Wow.
But I cap it at 500 because, you know, I stopped counting after a while, but it's really more than that.
Wow.
They didn't feature my bedroom, which has been, it's a whole nother place in the bedroom, you know.
Right.
But yes, and oh, I forgot to say, again, we are at 357 Tompkins Avenue on the corner of Madison Street. Yes.
Perfect. Being that you have so many plants that you are nurturing, you know, so many for so long, like I'm pretty sure there's some things that you've learned about plants, and not only about plants, but like life. Like what has, you know, being a plant mom and, you know, catering to these plants and nurturing, what has that taught you and, you know, about plants as well as life?
Something that came to me real quick is everything is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Every plant is not for you. Just because you like it, just because it's beautiful. And that plant for me is a Swiss cheese monstera. It has like a lot of holes, perforations in the leaves.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah,
plant. Wow.
that plant is not for me. I love it. It's beautiful. I've seen so many people, you know, growing it, and it's just so prolific and growing in their homes and trailing.
Right.
I think I bought that plant at least 4 times.
Wow.
And 4 times it has done exactly the same thing. It left as soon as it came.
Oh, man.
So there's that. And there's also nurture yourself as you nurture the plant. You know, you can't be giving, and with people, as far as, especially us healers, we are really good at nurturing other people and advising other people, but are we taking our own advice first?
Right.
And you're wearing a shirt, you know, we got to big up our elder, Dr. Baila Africa, who I studied holistic medicine with. And honoring him this month, you know, his transition was March 21st of 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
So his anniversary is coming up. So Dr. Africa, when we took his course, it was like you can study and get hundreds on the test and pass and be, you know, all, you know, heady about it. But we were also supposed to be diagnosing ourselves and assessing ourselves.
Wow.
So if our assessments weren't improving and we weren't passing on our assessments, he didn't really care how much you knew as far as, you know, the language of taken care of and the written work. He didn't care about that. He wanted to see what your numbers were doing, how your health was doing. Because how are you going to take better care of yourself, of other people, than you will of yourself? So the same with the plants. I feel like the plants encourage us to take care of ourselves. I drink a cup of water. I come out in the morning. I got my chlorophyll with peppermint right there.
Wow.
And so the plants are around my kitchen. I'm like, okay, who's thirsty? Who else is thirsty? You know, who else is going to drink some water with me? So I don't water all of the plants all at the same time. It's a meditation for me. And the way you water the plants, you know, I'm teaching people that I'm coming in contact with a little bit more personally, that you don't just pour water into the middle of the pot. You start from the outside, because that's where the roots are, where the roots touch the sides of the pot. on the inside,
Mhm.
you start watering around there, the circumference of the pot,
Wow.
you know, and then you go into the middle. So it's a spiral starting from the outside until you get into the middle.
Wow.
You see that spiral? And that's a meditation. If you
Wow.
can't take your time and do that, maybe you really shouldn't be doing that. You
That's
know?
amazing. I never even knew that. And when you say that just reminds me of like that non-ether energy, you know, that
Yes,
spiral
yes.
again. Or
The
that
spiral is in
kundalini,
everything.
whatever you
We
want to
work
call
with
it.
the
Like,
spiral. It's in everything.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very powerful. Do you have a favorite plant?
I do. I love the pothos. I love this pothos plant here for many reasons. One, it's so forgiving. You could forget to water this plant for like 2 weeks, a month,
Wow.
3 months. I'm telling you, 3 months. I've had this plant dry up, like completely dry up, and then started watering it again. I put it down in a clear plastic bag, like a big plastic bag, and tied it to create like a moisture, you know, a moisture environment for it. And just kept watering it and watering it. And do you know that plant sprouted again? And now it's like this, or like that one in my apartment upstairs. And then you can cut this plant behind the nodes. The nodes are where the roots, you know, come out again. And you can put it in water and, you know, grow the roots and then put it back in soil and grow a whole other plant. You know, so the plants can multiply for you. So this is a favorite. Snake plants, which are also called sansevierias. Those are also favorites of mine too, because they're plants that don't need a lot of attention. You know, we got pretty busy lives. We want to have the green around us, but we also want to have a little bit of freedom, you know, to do what we need to do while we enjoy having nature around us. So, and of course succulents, which I have been one to, you want to do something, another thing, you want to do something with the plants. So you want to water them, you want to pick at them, and we end up overwatering. So a lot of succulents have passed away under my care also because you're really not to water them too much. They can survive off of like a Q-tip of water. I mean, not a Q-tip, like an eyedropper of water. Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, so let's talk about energy. You know, I mean, I've seen some people that they have 10, 20, 30 plants, beautiful plants at that. And a week from now, you see they plants be dry, they be brown, they be dying and stuff like that. And for me personally, like I tell people, like plants are just like food. Like you don't want to have certain people cook your food when they have certain energy, like they have negative energy. They just putting all of that on top of the food that you cook, and you taste the food is horrible. So for me, it's like plants are the same thing. It's the energy. Like, can you talk to the importance of like your spirit and your energy being right while you have these plants? Because I've seen a lot of plants die, and you know, people would seem like they're doing the right things, but people forget that plants have that vibration, that same frequency, and that spirit. You know, that the earth has. We talking about earth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so can you explain that? Because I see it all the time. I'll be like, man, I don't think plants are for you.
And then that's really interesting and a really great point in question. Plants are sentient beings. They feel energy, they sense energy, and certain conversations around plants can cause them to really like pull back from you, to really like not want to be in your space. Certain vibrations of music, conversations, you know, words, actions. Because if a plant thinks that you're gonna like do something harmful to it, or just not having a positive environment, the plants don't want to stay there. You know, they don't want to stay there. The company that you keep, because there've been times where I've had plants in my home, and like right after somebody leaves or something like that, I noticed that the plant looks really, really sickly. When we went in because of the shutdown, I have this huge money tree upstairs that overlooked Tompkins Avenue. The streets became very, very quiet and, you know, desolate. Everybody was inside. Every morning I came out, that plant had dropped like leaves, 10, 12 leaves until it was bald. And it took some time, you know, when the activity started to come back to the street. Like I cut all the branches down where the leaves had fallen off, and I stopped watering it. And one day I saw, you see how that plant right there is sparking in the bottom? I saw a little green sprout coming back up, and I said, oh my goodness, you're alive, you know, like it's feeling safe again. Somehow within my home, I made that environment, you know, it's a safe space, you know. So it was like, well, there might be something going on outside the environment, but inside the home, you know, we're still safe here. And it started to sprout back, you know. So there is a thing with energy. The better the energy, the more positive, the sweeter, the plants are going to respond to that. People told me walking down the street when they come in, they said this is the greenest spot they've seen, you know, all winter. All winter. This is not botanical gardens, but it is. But it is.
Man, that's very powerful right there. I mean, I've seen like, I don't know if you've seen that study online, but they had, I think it was an Asian scientist or botanist or something, and they did the water test.
Yes.
And he spoke like a positive word into one part of the water, and then a different part he had negative words like hate, and,
yes.
you know, things like
that.
that.
I know that one.
And then like, I think it was snowflakes. He turned them into snowflakes, and then under the microscope they realized like the one that, well, maybe it was just a water molecule.
It's the water molecules
Yeah.
based on the response to the positive words and to the negative words. It makes sense. And mind you, how much percent of water we are as human beings. So if we're around that type of environment, we're going to be affected. Like our molecules, the water content, our bloodstream, everything will be affected negatively from our outside. It affects our inside. You know what I'm saying? Same with plants. Man,
that's amazing. Once again, your brother Ashe SJ. We can't give y'all too many gems. You gotta come through. Please make sure y'all pull up. We giving a wealth of information here, and trust me, there's plenty more to go. It's positive, good vibes, energy. The space is beautiful, and you here with Priestess that knows so much, you know, has so much wisdom and information for you. So you can't go wrong. Please make sure y'all follow Ancient Blends Apocryphy on Instagram, all social media platforms. Right here on Tompkins Avenue, Black Girl Magic Street, Women's History Month. It's going all the way down. Can you tell them once more the address and the date and the time and everything?
Yes. We are at 357 Tompkins Avenue at the corner of Madison Street. The plant workshop is going to be this Sunday, 10 a.m. sharp, and you pay at the door. We're not going to do Eventbrite this time, but next time you pay at the door, come in, have a seat, and we're going to get started. You got bring your questions. You have whatever questions, I'm sure I got answers for you.
That's what's up. Well, you definitely gonna see Ashe here, getting my botany, my all of it, my plant need, whatever you call it. I'm planting something for real. So pull up, make sure y'all pull up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.